comic fans. This is Comicfan with another humble haul. In this episode, we have a whole year of my collecting and wheeling and dealing all lumped into one video. So I'm basically just going to show you what I got throughout the year, and I think I did fairly well considering all the circumstances that we were under throughout this year. Let's go ahead and show the books, shall we? First off, got something that's never actually been on a list for me, but it's been in the back of my head every once in a while. I finally got to that back of the head and decided to pull out the Flintstones at the New York World's Fair. It's a nice little souvenir book that came out around 1964, and it was a nice pickup. I see it every once in a while. I never snag it at the right price. I finally got it. A couple of little pickups here that just satisfied some reading, some curious reading. Bud Root and Mike Hoffman's Tigress, issue 1 of 2. I was going after the Bud Root art and find out that it's not Bud Root that actually illustrated it. It was Matt Hoffman, with one little rendition by Bud Root at the last page. But all in all, it was a pretty good read. Here's a couple things that definitely piqued my curiosity. I got this one from, I believe I got this one from Gene Polly's Peter, Tom Skinner, up from Harlem. It's just the cover pretty much explains it all. It's got a lot of stereotypes that you don't see in comic books anymore. You probably couldn't get away with a lot of this stuff, but back then you could. And the funny thing is, it's actually coming from Christian comic book company, not Spire. I believe this is coming from Barber. It's worth a pickup. Along that theme, I came across a Fast Willie Jackson #2. I've never had any of the Fast Willie Jackson books, but I hear issue 2 is a little bit more scarce than #1. This has a pretty small little tear there, but for the amount of money I paid for this, it was actually worth the money. Along with some of the Gene Polly's Peter pickups, I got Happy Days #1. Hey, that was cool. And a House of Mystery #143. I believe is that the origin of John Jones? I don't quite remember, but a pretty significant issue nonetheless. Did a little travel for one book, $3, picked that up. That wasn't bad at all. Worth the drive. A couple of more pickups at my local flea market. I picked up Fantastic Four #129, first appearance of Thundra. Not bad at all. A couple of G.I. Joe books. I've been on a G.I. Joe kick for quite a while. Trying to fill a partial run, not too crazy about it. But one that's always on my list is a G.I. Joe #25, first full appearance of Zartan, as well as issue #27. It's a great battle between Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. The last part of that was a G.I. Joe Order of Battle #2. I do remember seeing this in somebody's video ways back, and once I saw it, I was sold. I had to get one myself because of a little insert advertising Rocky Balboa, and that was enough for me to go out and buy that. Along the way, I came across some, I guess you would say, some meetups. Picked up a couple of Submariner books, basically because of Submariner #50. Name Marita kind of has a soft spot for me in my collection. I always pick that up when the price is right. But I ended up getting #51 and #52 as well. Awesome cover with a battle between Sunfire and Submariner. It's pretty cool. It's almost like a battle of the elements, fire and water. That's always a cool thing for me. I like it. Went to an antique store, picked up one book, Wacky Races #1. Yeah, it's got a writing on it. But you know what? Just for a curiosity and wondering what was inside, I decided to buy it. It's not like I'm gonna, sell it for profit or anything. This was something I always saw on eBay and just didn't feel like spending money for. But I'm glad I got that. Let's see. Another sale between locals. Picked up some X-Men books for my X-Men run. Most are fillers, but that's okay. I picked up number 19, first appearance of Mimic. That's not bad. Also number 47, little run filler there. First appearance of Polaris. Not bad. That's definitely not a run filler, but it's not the issue number 50. I always feel like I needed 49 in issue 50, just to make sure I had both of them. And last of things to fill my run was issue number 51. Not bad. Now for the meat of the books, I've got some things I crossed off a list this year, and some of them were just things I needed. First on the list was first appearance of Pepperpots and Happy Hogan. Tales of Suspense, number 45. A great book. It had a bit of a transfer of print. I managed to get a lot of it off. Of course, you're paying attention to this big old tape pull here. It's kind of hard to get your eyes off of that. But for the right price, I was okay with it. No big deal. This was a book also I should have always put on my list, and for some reason I just feel like it never belonged there because it was part of my little cartoony book collection, and every once in a while, I show off my cartoony books. This was one of those things I just never had. Dell Comics number 368. It's essentially Beanie and Cecil number 1. I love this book. This book is just, it's one of those things that if I go on eBay, some people are still looking for it. If they have it at auction, yes, you're going to have another bidder on it. But this was one I actually won. And I was really happy about that. Here comes the keys. First of the keys I bought on eBay. I have Batman number 232. This actually came to me slabbed, CGC 4.5, but it's a PGX, so that's why I kind of got a good deal out of it. And I was going to unslab it anyway, so it was a great deal because not too many people are seeking PGX, and sure, why not? I'll grab that. Got a great deal on that. One that was on my list this year, ASM number 100. Not in the best condition, but it's the best condition that I've found for the price I wanted to spend on it. It's always one of those things I've always wanted. A great cover. It pops out. So ever since then, I think I'm going to put a couple more ASMs on next year's list. Here's one that right out the gates, the beginning of the year, I saw that Ray Jr., formerly of Comic Book Fanatics, posted up, and I was like, well, I got caught up in the moment because of all the hype, but since I knew Ray gave me a pretty good deal on this. Journey into Mystery, number 85. First appearance of Loki, the third appearance of Thor. We got other ones. Who else is in this? Heimdall and cameo of Odin. But this also came slabbed. I got it unslabbed. It came up CGC 3.0. But once again, tape pull, but that doesn't bother me too much when I'm looking for a bargain, and along with the bargains come, what you pay for. But thank you, Ray. Ray, I cherish the book. It's not something I'm selling. I'm keeping it. A couple more keys I got. Sometime this year, I got Tales of Suspense number 57. First appearance of Hawkeye. I needed this. It wasn't on my list, but I got it during a lull in the year when things were cooling down on this. And it's probably going to be picking up pretty soon again with all the, the hype. But this was something I needed, and I find that I got it at the right time. One I just got last week. I'm pretty happy. I met up with somebody who had a collection of books. I came away with one book, basically because we just weren't seeing eye to eye on some of the things, but I gave him some information. He, in exchange, gave me a discount on this book, and it kind of worked out. And we're remaining in touch in case there's anything else that I might be able to get from him. This was Luke Cage Hero for Hire #1. I got a really great deal on this. Of course, I had to tell him this book was, over its hype and whatnot. But it's a book I've always kind of wanted. Just didn't know if I needed it or not. But for the right price, I'll take it. And this year, I got 2 more graded books that I did not unslab. Some of them I'm just kind of on the fence. I don't think I really need to unslab them. I don't have a problem with having slab books. First up, I sold this book before. I sold it. It was a low grade copy, but with the price I paid for that, I actually got another graded copy. Avengers number 55, first appearance of Ultron. I sold my low grade copy for a good chunk of deal, and I got one back that's actually graded, so not a bad transaction at all. So I was really happy about that. I'm glad I have this. In the last book, I met with a local person who happens to have a YouTube channel as well, Comics with Bonix. He was selling some books. I was more than happy to actually buy one off him. Some people might feel a little conflicted with this, but not for me because I got it at a great price. I present to you ASM number 129. Yes, it's a restored label. Yes, it's got some minor touch-up. No, I don't know where it is because I haven't unslabbed it. But this was all pressed and cleaned. Came out 7.0, and I'm happy with it. It's just one of those things that you're looking online one of these days and come across this. I didn't know I needed it, but Comics with Bonix and we struck up a conversation. We came to a price that we both agreed on. If you guys have not seen Comics with Bonix, he has expanded his collection by leaps and bounds. He had an amazing year. I encourage you to go and check his stuff out. But as for me, that was it for the year, and I'm more than happy with all this. Just some of this stuff. The books are getting pricey, so it's slowing down my habits, and I have to reserve some more money for bigger books. That's just the name of the game. But I'm planning on being a little bit more active with some stuff. We'll see what happens. I love my comic book hauls, whether they be humble or not. But I myself remain humble. In the meantime, I am a comic fan. Until next time, keep on hunting. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.